Hello everyone, this is Steven with SG Saber Design, and today I've got a KR Sabers Regiis sent in by Steve. He sent everything that he had to be installed. The only thing I provided was the SD card, or sorry, the SD card as well as the Proffie board. This is a very well etched saber. I'm not aware of who did the etching. Apparently the customer got it already etched, but it is fantastic. Really love this. It's one thing I didn't care for about the Regiis in the first place was all the shiny chrome finish. Just a fingerprint magnet waiting to be wiped down, in my opinion, but this is just gorgeous. And let's see, you can see in here we have I believe that's a KR V4 emitter in there. But let's take a look at what he sent to have installed in this. So with this chassis, it's very tight in there. And there is a ring around the speaker that kind of is a spacer to keep the speaker away from the pommel and to hold the chassis up against the pins, which are attached, to the buttons and the emitter. So to get the chassis out, you take this in your hand and just kind of bump it a couple times until you get it down. You see this ring here? Don't pull on that. Pull on this part right here. Okay? Once you get it out, let's go ahead and set that down. And we can take a look at our Goth 3 Designs Master Chassis. This is just absolutely gorgeous. Got some aluminum tubes here and all the brass. We've got an opening crystal chamber door here that's held by magnets. We've got a spinning plasma gate up here around your crystal. Over here you can open up your Proffie board door. So your Proffie. And I did add a 5-pixel strip there. So I guess I did add that as well. That did not come in the kit, but when I watched the video that Goth put out, he had done that, so I figured that's a good idea. And then these magnets here hold this, and here's your 18650 battery tray. So let's go ahead and put in a battery. Let me test that, make sure, because my battery's having issues. Okay, there we go. And this pops down and is held by magnets as well. So you can see you've got, those are animated. And these match these here. And then we've got a separate crystal pixel here. And we've got an aux button up here so we can cycle through our different fonts on the chassis. And if you want to activate it, you just do a twist. And now we can see our crystal. That door is. There you go. See that spinning in there? I did slow that down. So now I think that if you've got your volume on, you're not going to hear the motor spinning. You can kind of hear it. And I do have the volume down right now. I'll turn that up once it's in the chassis. So if you want to cycle through what you've got on here, and basically what Steve sent me was almost all of Grayscale's fonts. So we've got, I want to say, about 25 Grayscale fonts on here, and then I think I managed to get in about another 6 or 7 Canon fonts. So one thing for you, Steve. If you're going to try and redo any of the fonts, the config file for this is set up so your blade is blade 1, because there's 5 blade styles on this. Blade 1 is your main blade. Blade 2 is your crystal. Blade 3 is these 2 strips here together. Blade 4 is this strip, and the way I've got them, I just duplicated the same line, but just with different number of pixels. So this is 5, these are 10. So it's the same blade style, but they're just separate blades. And then blade 5 is your motor. And the way I've got it set up is that comes on with the blade. I don't have it ever spinning while it's in standby like this. If that's something you want, we can do that. But I'm just trying to save your battery here. So we can go through these. So here we got a few canon fonts. There's Rey, Dooku, Balin, which was one he specifically requested.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Luke, Vader,
Going somewhere?
Shin,
I am told it is the Dark Saber.
got the Mandalorian,
Great Mother.
and Talzin. And then we're back. So, to use this, one thing to note, there are notches right here and right here. And those do line up with a couple set screws that are kind of like right here, somewhere around there on each side. They're not these, but they are in line with them. So when you put this in, just line those notches up. Or if you just have the crystal, or these bars here lined up with a switch, and it can be 180 flipped either way. Just kind of, and then once you're, see if I'm turned, right there's where it's going to stop. So if you get it right there, it'll slide in. So just slide it to about that point there. And then just kind of take your pommel and screw it the rest of the way on. And that'll push it into where it needs to be. Okay? So. Let's go ahead and put in our test blade. This is a 1-inch blade, and this uses a 1.5 hex. Tighten that up. So this little small black button is your aux button, and your red button over here is your main activator button. So this one is binary dark. This is a really great font. I've got this on a couple of my Sabers as well. Starts off blue and suddenly goes to red. If you use the force action, it will switch back. So on Proffie with 2 button, you just hold and do a long press on the power button. Kind of flashes to a purple and then goes to blue. Do the same thing. Your purple flashes and it goes back to red. So. look at a couple of these here.
No.
This is null.
Mercenary.
Grayscale has like the best blade animations out there that I've seen. I mean, they are just phenomenal. His sound, those are just, I can't express how much I love Grayscale's sound fonts. They sound so good. I mean, they're non-canon, but boy, I really like them. This is one of my favorites as well. And I think this is one of my all-time favorites, Seethe. A nice slow ignition, that kind of orange burn down at the base and deep red towards the tip. It's got a nice gritty sound to it. I believe that was Dead Link.
Adrenaline.
Don't know if my camera does this justice, but the animation inside the blade is just incredible. There's just, it looks like smoke going through it. I mean, how he does that, I've got no idea, but they are great. Yeah, kind of start off blue and now it's green. And fades back to blue.
Crispity! Ray Skywalker.
Oh, gotta change that one. Wrong color. I will fix that.
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force.
We are no Jedi.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Going somewhere?
I am told it is the Dark Saber. I'd put that on ice if I were you.
Great Mother.
And that brings us back. So, once again, to remove your hilt, or your chassis, you're going to take that in your hand. With a battery in, it comes out a lot easier. And we can take a look again at how everything is animated. So you've got your door right here. Shows your crystal chamber. It's held open or held closed by magnets. So again, over here you've got your Proffie tray. Just a piece of tape here that kind of diffuses that. So to get, you've got to open this first, and with a 90-degree data cable, you can plug that in pretty easily. You will need tweezers or some needle nose pliers to get to the SD card, but it slides out. Do be careful putting it back in because there is just enough room between the other side of the SD card holder and the back of the crystal chamber for it to slide in there. So if that happens, let's go ahead and turn that off. If you slide it in and it kind of goes up in there, come around to this side, and with a pair of tweezers, if you look, you can actually see where the SD card is down inside there. So if it slides in past there, just get a pair of tweezers, like fine point, and just kind of put, slide in there and carefully slide it back down until you get it inside the slot. As long as you've got this off, you can just put it back in your saber and store it that way. But thank you, Steve, for allowing me to build this for you. This is a absolutely fantastic piece of just fantastic design by Goth 3D. So if anyone has any questions, please let me know. You can get a hold of me at sgsaberdesign.etsy.com or here on my YouTube channel. And until next time, may the Force be with you.